So let's see who we.
Welcome, 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 my beautiful viewers. Happy Friday. It is time for the weekend. So let's start the weekend off strong with some nice, relaxing Photoshop fun. You're here to watch me do my thing. Well, I appreciate that you are here to watch me do my thing. And hello, Gogs. Man, my day started off pretty shitty. I don't know about you, or you've been following Analog news, but Analog was restocking their Super NT consoles today, and, what is it? Their NT Noir, which is their NES console, FPGA console. Anyway, launch was supposed to happen at 8, and it did. I was right there, 5 minutes till, hitting that refresh button, and the add to cart button went live, and I went to go add a Super NT into my cart, and the button's broken. Like, literally, it would not add it to the cart, no matter how many times I clicked it, no matter how many times I refreshed, it wouldn't add it to the cart. So I was doing this for like 30 minutes, and by the time I actually got it into the cart, it said it was sold out. And then it was just sold out. So I was really fucking pissed this morning. And it was a super downer because I especially had a really good workout this morning. And to have that shit happen was just... I was not happy. Because I've been waiting for over a year for these consoles to be back in stock. So, wasn't a happy camper, but at least work wasn't super busy, so I got to just at least be mopey and sad most of the day. Alright, let's get started here then, because I don't have too much time. Probably got about 2.5 hours. It really kind of depends if the missus gets off work early or not. But we're gonna get as much done as we can here. So yeah, I was just over my boy RallyFlow's channel, watching him stream some DKC, so I figured it's high time I got around to making these Twitch channel banners that I've been telling him I'd make for him, so I figured I'd stream it just to kind of show just basically how I do my thing. I'm sorry, I'm making channel panels. Those things where you can add to the actual about section of your channel and then, you know, put stuff. Anyway. So first thing we're gonna need to know is kind of the dimensions we need to work with. So really the only thing you need to know is that the Twitch channel panels have a maximum width of 320 pixels, and I don't believe there's a maximum height. I'm sure there is, but it's a lot. Like, let me check. Where's my channel? Hey, stop fighting, you two. And my cat Cooney's been getting really aggressive the last couple weeks. Let's see if I click the little edit panels button. Yeah, images will be scaled to 320 pixels wide. So it just says what the width is, but it doesn't necessarily state what the height cap is. So really you could technically make them as tall as you want, but you don't want them to be too tall. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the width to 320 pixels. And I'm just gonna set the height to 200 pixels. So it's gonna be a little on the tinier side, but that's not a big deal. Okay. Let us zoom in just a little bit. A little less. And let's save this as Twitch channel panels. Did they spell that right? Yeah. RallyFlowBro. And enter. So what we're going to kind of do first is we're going to set a background template that we're going to so first off, this is going to be a Super Ghouls and Ghosts / Ghouls and Ghost arcade themed channel panels. And we're going to be using the assets from the game to help like make a border and, you know, do a bunch of other stuff. So we're going to set that basically background border template first. And then we're going to put sprites and stuff on top of that and sprite text and stuff in that. And what we'll do is we'll actually organize that into a folder structure here in our layers. And, so we'll create multiple panels using kind of just the same template, and we'll just be turning on and off what we can visually see based on just the different types of panels we want. So let's see. So first things first, I am going to create just a black fixed size background that we can just have just a visual indication for like sizing and spacing and stuff like that. So you can get kind of a visual representation of how big these are going to be. So I'm going to select this rectangular marquee tool. I'm going to select a fixed size. I'm going to set this to 320. And then I'm going to do the height to 100 pixels. So there you go. You can maybe kind of barely see the little ants. And actually, I'm going to create a new layer first. And let's make this... Yeah, why not? It doesn't matter what color we make this. Hey, Gussie. Say hi to everyone. And now say goodbye to everyone. Make it magenta. Just a bright visual indication. And we're just going to label it background. Okay. So first things first, we're going to make the... God, Gussie, your hair is all over the place. Let's make the visual border. So I am going to open a sprite sheet that I downloaded earlier off of the Spriters resource. If you're not familiar with that website, it's where I basically go to get all my sprites and assets and stuff like that for a lot of the consoles. So I highly recommend that website. Let's see. I gotta figure out where everything is. Okay, I got a folder for them. And yeah. So we want the HUD menu. That's what we want. So the question is, for the HUD menu, do we want to include this little orange part here, or just have it be the border? Rally, where you at? I want your feedback on this. It adds a little extra accent to the piece, to the border, which is kind of nice. The problem is that we do have to expand it, and doing that could be a little tricky with this. It'd just be a little extra work to make it the 100 pixels that I want it to be. But nothing too really difficult to do. It would just take some time. Yeah, why don't we give it a try? All right, so our marquee tool, and we're just gonna highlight this. Oh, change it back to normal. And just kind of control copy, and then I just want to get kind of a pixel understanding. Do create new, paste that in. Oh, why did it do that? Custom background. No, I want transparent. There we go. Always got to do the transparent background. All right, let's zoom in, and we can just kind of delete this because we don't need it. We'll call this HUD. And we'll call this HUD also. And we want to save it in a different location. Got a little folder for RallyFlow. Twitch channel panels, PSDs. Save. Actually, did I save this in the correct spot? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I did not. Let's delete this. And go to the right folder. There we go. Perfect. Oops, wrong button. Zoom, then Alt. Let's see. So do a Control-Alt-I to increase the image size. I'm gonna do a 300 image increase, 300% increase. Make sure nearest neighbor is selected. Okay, I definitely want those a little thicker. So let's... Let's do the image size. Let's double the size. It's a little on the big side, actually. It's a little too big. Just want to get the proportions down right. Control-Alt-I. And let's do 400. I think 400 might be a nice balance. Yeah, I think that'll look good. Maybe that is a little too thick. Yeah, maybe 300 was the right. Do a comparison. Yeah, I think 300 is a better look. Yeah, I like 300 better. Let us delete this. Delete layer. Okay. And let's call this HUD underscore 300%. That way I remember how much I increase the size from. So you'll see me do this a lot. Like I'll mark things like 300, 400%, or I'll put what the pixel dimensions are. So like for this background, I would normally do like a 320 by 100. So it's just so that I know what kind of the dimensions are of everything. So if I come back later and like want to kind of do something similar with like different assets, I'll kind of know. Basically the size I increased everything to. So basically it just cuts out guesswork. Going with my mom in a car ride to Burger King. Ugh. Why Burger King? Come on, you got Gog, you gotta have better places to eat than Burger King. Come on, man. Why are you doing that to your body? I know you don't hate yourself. You gotta have love for your body, man. Though I will say Whoppers are definitely a little better than McDonald's burgers. But that was back in the day when I was, you know, in high school eating that shit. Not so much anymore. Alright, let's, we gotta zoom in and start manipulating this a little bit. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get rid of that and we're gonna cut here. XV. I'm just gonna split the HUD into different sections. And then we're gonna expand stuff out. Interesting. Uh-oh. X and then V, thank you. And then hit V again to do the selection. So yeah, just kind of breaking stuff out into pieces. Let's see. And we want to do the selection tool again, this time cutting this out. Actually, I will need this back up because I'm going to use this as a guide. Let's do X, V, B. Alright, let's duplicate this layer. So now we got 2. And then we'll merge them. And then duplicate again. And duplicate again. Should be long enough. Boom. Done. Let's see. Let's move this just over here for now. Alright, basically gonna do the same thing this side. Control X and V, and then tap V again. Speaking of DKC, nice little remix. Control X, V. Let us duplicate these 3 layers. Perfect. Almost perfect. Gonna move this one up here. Let me just make sure I'm... Okay, good, there is no black spot there. I was noticing that there's no black square right here. Let's see. Let's see how that's looking. Well, so far, so good. Let's see. And then this one and this one. So let's merge these. Oh, nope. Not merge visible, merge layers. There we go. All right, V. Select this, and let's actually... and move these up. Not that it really matters. We're going to merge all these layers anyway. I'm just kind of organizing it a bit. All right. And Control XV. And let's do another V. And one more V. Boom. Actually, before we do any of this, let's move this also. It is centered, center, boom. And then we can readjust it later. Select this. There we go, that's what we want. Control V, V. There we go. Oh, this one does not have the black border on the bottom, which we will want to get rid of. It'll look basically like this. There we go. So let's take a zoom in, and then we'll grab our wand and we'll select this black area, then do a Control-Alt-R to bring up. No. Control-Alt-R. There we go. Bring up this nice little menu, and then we're going to come down here to where it says Shift Edge and select it all to the right. And then we're going to do it one more time as a safety move, just to make sure we got everything. So now you can see everything's nice and selected in the black area. And I can just delete that. Boom. Done. Because when you select with the wand, sometimes it ends up going into other pixels other than the color you're trying to select. So you do that Control-Alt-R. I don't even know what this window is called. I can't remember. But it allows you to shift the edge so that it is more strict with the area that it's selecting based on the color that you're using the wand on. So instead of bleeding over into this kind of pukish P area, it's staying more in the yellow. So Control D to deselect, and then Z for zoom. Oh my god, there's a cat here in my keyboard. Got it. One of the problems with having cats. M. Select this area. Is this the correct layer? Yep. Do copy and a V. Boom. There we go. Move it right here. Oh, this is a good song. It's from Sanic. And there you go. So that's what the border's gonna look like. Let's see. So I think now we're gonna take all these layers and just merge them. Boom. And let's zoom out and take a look at our finished product. Not too bad. We might increase the canvas size. All right. So now what we're gonna do is, since in the game this is generally against a black background, we're just gonna make it black. Though technically, if you're in dark mode, it'll already be black, so we don't necessarily have to do that. But if you're not in dark mode on Twitch, it'll just be white. And with the text later, it might not be as visible. Well, it will be visible, obviously, but it will be more difficult to kind of see against a white background than it is a black background. So let's see. Let's create a new layer. We're gonna call, let's rename this to HUD. And then we're gonna call this HUD background. And with this, we're going to zoom in just a little bit. And we're gonna select the HUD layer, and we're gonna wand the middle. So we get this nice little outline. And then we're gonna select the HUD background. Where's our bucket? Paint bucket. And actually, no, first. Press I for the eyedropper and select this black. Yes, just make sure it is pure black. And then go back to the paint bucket, which I think if you hit G. Yep. And then we're gonna fill that in. Control D. So that's what that's gonna look like. And actually, I'm glad we went with having the little orange dot here. Gives a little extra character. I just want to make sure that this is aligned correctly. No. Select everything. And then go to layer, align layer sections, do horizontal, and then vertical. Okay. That won't be as centered, but that's okay. All right. So now that we got this background template, we can actually start working on the actual designs of the of each panel. So what we're gonna do is there's a little folder button here, and we're just gonna click that, and that what it does is creates a group. And we're just gonna name this to the specific panel that we're working on. So in this case, let's see, games beaten on stream. Games beaten. Do we want to say games beaten or games completed? Games beaten is less text. But I like the word complete better than beaten, honestly. Yeah, I like completed better. So you're gonna find that when it comes to sprite work, usually putting together text using like the in-game text font is, you'll see in a minute that it takes a while to do, because you gotta copy each individual letter and then arrange them, and then it's just kind of a pain. What am I looking for? I don't even know. There we go, that's what I'm doing. So let's see. So we're gonna call this games completed. So now it's time for our next sprite sheet. Alright, file open. Let us go to here. Okay, so we're gonna open two things. I'm gonna open this one. And actually, is Rally online? He is. I'm gonna message him on Discord. Get your ass in my stream now. I have a question for you. And then let's go SNES, Super Ghouls and Ghost. So the sprites between Super Ghouls and Ghost and Ghouls and Ghost Arcade are more or less the same. There's some slight variation in them, which you'll see here in just a second. Here we go, Arthur Special. So for this particular channel panel, we're gonna use Arthur's victory pose, or nice catch pose. But you'll kind of see that the sprites are slightly different. The one in arcade is actually a little... He's like a little stumpier. Like, this Arthur's taller, a lot slimmer. This one's shorter and stockier. So I kind of like the look of the Super G&G one. Because he's also holding a shield, which is kind of cool. I know, this one just looks like the orientation just looks really weird. And I just kind of prefer the overall look of this one. I mean, I could always just do both, which is not a big deal, but... we can even do green armor, too. But in all honesty, you gotta go gold armor. So while I'm waiting for a response, we're gonna make a copy of this and then do Control N. Click create. Nope. Why is it not doing transparency by default? I do not know. It's like it doesn't remember, which is weird. And paste it. And let's zoom in. So this is a perfect example of the wand tool at work. So what happens if I delete? So yeah, so if I just use the wand tool to select and then delete it, you'll see that the edges, you'll notice the black is now kind of transparent gray. And that's because the wand it's having trouble understanding where the pink ends and where the edge of Arthur is. Oops. So that's why we do Control-Alt-R to bring up this menu, and then you can see Arthur's kind of transparent right now, and as I shift to the left, he should turn white. Or at least he's supposed to. And going to the right goes more into Arthur, where going left actually shifts the edge to where the pink is. And you click OK. And I always just do it twice. Like I said before, just as like a safety, to make sure that it's extra. And then when you delete it, it's all good. Control D to deselect, and then come up to image and select trim. And we're just going to trim the pixels. And then let's save it. Panels, PSDs. And we'll call this one Arthur. Victory pose. Nice catch. Yeah, we'll just say victory pose. Pose. I always label my layers pretty clearly, just to make sure that it's easy to read, easy to understand what is what, basically. Save that and Control-Alt-I, and we'll start with a 300% increase and see how that looks. V. All right, so we want him slightly larger than the border, so expanding out to the edges. So let's Control Z and then Control-Alt-I again, and let's do 400%. And that should be a good size. Yeah, perfect. And then let's actually... I think it's an image. Yeah, image canvas size. Let's make this 320 by 320. There we go. Just zoom out a little bit. You can see the yellow is slightly different. A little lighter, too. This one has more of a gold color. This is more of a bronze. V. So now it all comes down to positioning. Like, that's showing that that's kind of where the center is. Which looks a little weird because Arthur's got his arms up like this, and his head being below the top part of this border is just kind of weird looking, even though this is, from a pixel perspective, like this is where the center is, right? Actually, let's... Is he in there? Okay. Let's add a layer here. I want to have kind of, I want to understand how far to the left I want to put them, and I think I want 20 pixels from the edge here, maybe? So we're gonna see how thick that looks. Go to a fixed size. Width, let's go 20 pixels. And height, 200, because we're just using it as a guideline. Okay, so that's what 20 would look like. So that would put here. Select this, paint bucket. Actually, no, eyedropper first. Swatches. I get the nice cyan color. G for the paint bucket, and fill that line in. Control D to deselect the area, and then V so I can move my selection around. Let's find the center. There, center. Use the arrow key to line that up. So there's Arthur, boom. So that's kind of where his position would be. Maybe that's a little too far over. What's that Arthur at? 400? Let's see what 500 looks like. Might be a little too thick. Control Alt I. 500. Be a little. Where's your center? Let's hide this Arthur. Yeah, that's kind of big. Come on, little pink line, where are you? Zoom. This is all about getting the positioning. Yeah, it's a little too big. Too big. Let's delete that. Because you don't want to be too big, right? Because then you don't have a whole lot of room for text. Let's delete that layer. Yes. So maybe we don't have him centered, but we have his feet down below the border. And then maybe even have like a few pixels down. Like I could line it up with this here, boom. And then just move it over. Let's do delete this. And then add a new one. And let's make it 10 pixels. I think 10 is a little better. And we're just gonna make this the full length. Let's see now. Bucket. G for the paint bucket, and boom. Control D to deselect. Oh, V. Okay, and then Arthur. Boom. I want to call this left spacing. So I can turn that on and off, and then it'll look something like that. All right, so that's what that's gonna look like. So now it's time for the text, which is gonna take the longest to do. File, open. Ghouls and Ghost, the text. Like, they didn't have text for the Super Ghouls and Ghost. There we go, fonts. Which was a little disappointing. Save, and we can close this one. And just close this one too. So I think the font we're going to go with is really, we can go with any of these. And maybe we can just to change it up. Like, give each one just a different font color. Each channel panel a different font color. So let's take, oops, normal. Take this one, for example. Copy. Yeah. Z, that's what I wanted. Okay. Games. Oh, you know what? I don't need this yet. What I do need is Control N. Let's do 320 by 100. All right. This is where we just make a selection, Control copy, go to the next thing, Control V. This is the fun, tedious part. Copy V. And then let's find M. Copy and paste. So what's nice with the rectangular marquee tool is that once you make a size selection, you can just select the ant marching line, and then just move the box around to the letter you want. Generally with these font sprite sheets, everything is kind of evenly spaced, so once you make a box size, you don't have to make it again, you just move it around to the letter you want, and then just do a copy paste. Let's see, what am I on? What letter am I on? E. Oh. Gotta make sure you hit M before you move this box around. Complete. Oh, Mrs. calling. Hold on. Sorry about that. When the missus calls, you gotta answer. All right, so we got our text here. And usually when I'm dealing with the fonts, I will try to adhere with the spacing the game uses, but in lieu of that, I usually put a pixel space between everything. Though, I mean, I guess you could have everything no spaced here. And actually, if I had a screenshot of the actual game and how it spaces the text, that would be helpful, but since I don't, I guess we can just kind of see. It does actually save on space, which is nice. So if I merge these layers, this is games. And then merge these layers. Actually, before I do all that, so I will individually label these to their corresponding letter. And then what I will do is group them. Call this games. And then with the individual letters, I'll select them all, duplicate the layers, and then I will merge the duplicated layers together. So you still maintain the individual letters, but then you also have one where all the letters are combined. And that's because if for whatever reason you want to come back here later and maybe adjust them, maybe you don't like them, the spacing between the characters, maybe you want to add a pixel or maybe you want them to be close like this, then you can easily just have access to them. So a little pro tip. So shift select and then you click the folder, it'll drop them all into a folder for you. And then you can label it. Text. Games. Text. Oops. Duplicate layers. And then merge the duplicated layers. And then label this as completed. And then you can close all these off. Or make them visibly off. So there we go. And then I'll put a pixel of space there, or something like that. So we're gonna just have one file where all this text is located, which is probably the easiest thing to do. Let's move these down here, just in the corner. I guess it doesn't matter where they are. Just my OCD wants them out of the way. Why is everyone fucking... Ooh, apparently DMX died. Okay, putting that on silent. It's the problem with being in group threads, man. You get bombarded with text sometimes. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so if we do... Well, first thing we're gonna do is save. Oh. You got Wendy's instead? Did you get a Frosty, though? That's the only thing I ever go to Wendy's for is the Frosty. Nice. Gotta get that Frosty. Though I'm more, I am more of a In-N-Out milkshake person. What do I want to name this? Channel, panel, text. Rules and ghost. Okay, so now that's saved. Let's look at 300. Let's zoom this shit out. And we'll take a look at the size. Okay, looks like 300 is gonna be the magic number here. We'll see how the completed looks. Ooh, it's just a little too big. Oh. Okay, why does it keep doing that? Yeah, we don't want him going into Arthur too much. I think 2x is just too small. it's not too bad. Let's see what it looks like at 100% with the black border. Oh, maybe it isn't too bad. It is kind of on the small side. Come on. All I'm trying to do is select both of these at the same fucking time. I think that's a little on the small side, though. I guess instead of completed, we could do beaten. I mean, it's a little smaller. Look at this again. Yeah, I mean, that's almost the entire width. Yeah, the problem is that the C just blends too much into Arthur. And you don't want it coming off the edge here, because that doesn't make any sense. Could do finish games finished. I just don't like the word beaten. But maybe we'll just use beaten. Oh, the indecisiveness. But yeah, completed is just too long. Alright, beaten it is. Let's see. Move that back to saved. B. E. A. And then T. There it is. Copy. Yeah. Select the M, and then where is N? There it is. All right. Beaten. This is E, A, T, E, N. Select those, put it in a folder. Beat 10 text. Duplicate layers. And merge layers. Beaten. And let's do 300. Do it without the head first. Zoom. There we go. All right, so now to get these all aligned. Okay, that's centered. There we go. Select those, and then let's do a want it to be within lines of this. And that's when we're going to let's duplicate the layers. And then merge them. Games beaten. Let's do layer, and this is where we're going to align the vertical centers within the rectangle marquee, and then we're going to do horizontal. Okay. All right, that's one down. So there you go. So because we have these assets in a folder, like when I'm making PNGs or the actual image files, then all I have to do now is, boom, turn this off and then switch on another one, or turn on another group. So they kind of just work together. Shoot, what was Arthur's size? I think it was 400% was Arthur. And the text was 300%. Might as well just label these two, even though they're technically not being used. All right. All right, next thing is equipment. Or various equipment from the games. So for equipment, now equipment is like completed. It's a long word. But maybe we can arrange So equipment is how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it's probably going to be too long, so maybe we need a better word for equipment. We could always use... maybe call it like streaming gear. Stream gear. What text do we got to work with? Do we have an ampersand? Oh, we do have an ampersand. Equipment, though. Could do PC and console gear. Yes. Quit being a bad boy. Not time for dinner. Not even close to being time for dinner. Not even close, buddy. Okay. So for the gear, what I was going to use file open. Where is it? Yeah, so I was gonna use the armor here. Boom. So let's... Oh. Oh. Listen to that. Listen to that. Oops. My finger slipped. Most bestest video game startup sound. Hands down. Without question. Copy. N. Create. God damn it. Alright, use the wand tool, Control Alt R, Shift Edge, minus 100%. And then do that one more time. I hit T instead of R that time. Bye bye blue edges. And then what we're gonna do is Control X and V. Control X and V. X. Oops. Oh, I guess I don't need to do it again. Call this green armor, gold armor, okay, Gus, I love you, but you're not jumping up on my desk. Gray armor. Oh. Wrong place. And we're gonna call this armor. Underscore equipment. And let's see what 400 looks like. This is the tallest one, so it'll be a good indication of what we're looking at. Oh shit, that is way big. Yeah, that's way too big. compared to what it's at normally. Okay. Let's try... Oops, 300. I'd like to include all three, but maybe that's a bit too much. Maybe like I just do like the gray armor and maybe like a weapon or something like that. But which weapon? Which weapon? Well, I'd say which is the best weapon? Maybe the dagger? Yeah, lance is default. The goddess bracelet projectile? Yeah, we'd want to actually be physical and not an actual projectile. So either like it would be the dagger, the axe, the lance, or the sickle. Because it's not actually equipment, right? The beam. Lean more towards the dagger. Oh, oh. Wait, what's... So there's this dagger right here. And then what is this called? What's the difference between these two? This is the tri-blade. Is this supposed to be the good one? Consult the manual. Oh, my boy Zeef's playing some Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2. The one on top sucks. Okay, so this dagger sucks, but this dagger is the bomb diggity. Bottom one is called Tri-Blade, okay. So then why don't we do... Nope, the wife is calling me again, hold on. Gotta call her back. 1 second. Alright, I guess the wife is coming home now. She wants to go grab something to eat, so unfortunately I've got to bounce. Which is a little sad because I wanted to work a little more on this, so maybe I continue my work on this sometime this weekend. Because we don't got any real plans this weekend. It's gonna be a rest time. But yeah, what is this called? Tri-blade. I'll delete this. There. Where is the delete? There it is. No, again, whatever fucking person put the delete and the duplicate option right next to each other should be shot. Not literally shot, but smacked upside the head at the very least. Alright. So with that, just gonna end the stream here, and yeah, I'll probably most likely stream sometime this weekend to finish this up for Rally, because I'd like to get this to him sooner rather than later. So with that, everyone, have a great rest of your Friday. Oh, maybe I come back on a little later tonight and we finish this up. So yeah, I'll see you guys sometime very, very soon to finish this. With that, let's get the outro music going. As much as I love this Final Fantasy VI music that's playing. Alright guys, have a good night. Oh wait, we should freaking... shit. What is it? Raid. That's what we're doing. Raid. My boy Zivas. Did that work? Viewers are ready to raid. Okay, I see the button. And raid now. Boom.